Hey everybody, it's Rick O'Shea playing MPQ, Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on a video today. It is the PvP, the versus off season, and that's when we have different versus tournaments, if you will, that are don't count toward your season total points. Earth's Mightiest is the one that's open right now, featuring a lot of different boosted characters, and it's pretty much a fun event where you're not required to play a single character from your team, which is usually a 3-star. So you can pick anybody you want for that fight, and there's a lot of boosted characters to use. And coming up next is the Black Vortex, where there's some unique characters, some of the Guardians, and a lot of other special um, intergalactic characters are boosted in that event, so look forward to that. The lightning rounds are open. It is middle of the week starting Tuesday, so we'll get into some of that action here in just a second. In fact, I think we better go into that right now. Looking at the time that's remaining, yeah, I think this is about the perfect time, and we'll get into some tokens, and we'll have just a couple of nodes to run on the Deadpool's Daily Quest as well, and we're leading up to the point where we're finally going to be able to pull legendary tokens in about a week from today to try to get some Okoye covers. That sounds like it's going to be fun. Been waiting a long time for Ghost Rider to leave. Lightning round is up. We have 243 points. We need to crack 300 to be in a pretty good spot for placement. Let's take a look at these enemies. I know that guy. Let's see. This might be a good one here. Let's take it on. 34 points. Hopefully that point total holds true. And Thor is in a really good spot. He's got about 50% health. So we'll go into it. Let's go ahead and heal Gambit just to be on the safe side. And roll. So what I like to do is play for a timing, plan the timing, so that when I finish these couple of matches, there'll still be just about 15 minutes remaining, and then I'll shield out for that 15 minutes, so that the versus event ends while I still have one of the cheaper shields to purchase, and I won't be hit in the last 15 minutes when a lot of people are struggling to get the last few points they need. All right, things are looking pretty good so far. Let's get some blue. I know we need more red. But the interesting thing about this lightning round, we're teamed up with Ragnarok, who is not that great of a, not highly rated of a character, but he does have an attribute that really helps when you play 5-star Gambit in his ability to charge tiles on the board. Now, it looks like enemy Gambit started the charge tile process for us, so that's even better since we can start our red aces and eights damage right away. We'll go ahead and do it now. And man, it's great when the charged tiles are red or green, because that's the AP that you pick up. They have no red on that team. They're in a pretty tough spot. I'm actually going to do this move first, and then I think Gambit's going to get taken out by our next move here. He is. I should have waited, though, and let Gambit play his purple ability, because now the enemy Daredevil is going to stun us pretty badly. Yep, that's bad timing. Okay, well, let's keep going here. Maybe we can get a couple quick enough hits on him to take him down. I think we might have it here. Let's hit him again with another. Let's see. Don't hit him with aces and eights when we can play God of Thunder. 1,261 health remaining. Perfect. Yep, this is going to just barely work out. And we'll take him out with match damage to win. Great. First fight down. We got 34 points. That's what we needed. Now, our next fight, if it's anywhere close to 30, we'll go well over 300 points for the event here. And that's where we'll want to be to shield out. We need to take a little bit more time on the next couple of fights. I don't think that's going to be worth 27. I bet it's less. Here we go. 34 points for a non-championed Old Man Logan. All right, we'll take it on. Same team should be just fine. We'll try to get more blue this time. They don't have a Gambit, so if we get blue, we can use that to charge specifically green tiles. And that's so good. Look at that extra move, too. So good to charge green tiles, because that helps out Thor quite a bit. Well, I hate to have Thor up in front, but it's hard to pass up a match 4 in green. We already have our green ability ready to play for the team damage, so we'll save it for the right moment. Let's get a little more blue right here. There's our blue ability. Oh man, this is crazy. This match is going really too well. Go ahead and play Lightning Rod. Charges green tiles. Heals Ragnarok a little bit. Let's do our team damage. Now let's hit Thanos once. And no, don't take him out there. Those guys are all going to be taken out right now since we got all those green. Oh man, what a run. Works well when you can get blue early. Let's go purple, drops another blue. Of course, we lose our repeater tile almost immediately. Seems like all too often. What can we do to, let's just do something that misaligns some of these things. Oops. Oh, that didn't hit too hard. Purple's not his color. And we're going to win right here. Wow, what a win. That was fast. We need one more match. Yeah, that was only worth 21 points. I was afraid of that. So we definitely need another match to clear 300 points. And 300 is not a guarantee. That's just about the level that we'll need to try to get a top 25 finish. Certainly a top 50 finish. Alright, here's a pretty easy team. Rocket and Groot's powered up pretty good, but I think our Gambit's going to take out Green Goblin pretty well. All he can do is place countdown tiles, and Gambit simply overwrites those so easily. Hate Thor to get hurt here, but it's such a good drop match. Crazy cascade on opening match number 1. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. Oh man, we just got lucky on blue completely. Look at this. Here we go. Another lightning rod. Let's hit him with that. We get our green qualified. No reason to wait. Let's hit the team. Try to play our repeater for some protection. And in this case, since Gambit's so healthy, let's just let him make the second to last move. Wow. Still can't keep that repeater healthy. You see that got destroyed anyway. But it's over. And we should be at about the 15 minutes remaining mark. Again, only worth 23 instead of close to 30 points. But we did it. We've got 321. We're in a 18th spot. And there's 14 minutes remaining. So that's the perfect moment to go ahead and buy the cheap shield for 50. And real quick, let's look at the rewards. If you haven't played lightning rounds, I highly suggest it. Even if you want to go for a top 100 finish, you can do it. It does take a little bit of shields, or you can just make a point rush at the very last few minutes and hope to not get hit. But for 50 hero point shield, you can basically guarantee yourself a heroic token plus some pretty good ISO along the way. I'm in good shape, I think, for a top 25 finish. We might get knocked down into 26 to 50th, but that's still a couple heroics. And you earn pretty good ISO for the matches. So before I leave, though, this area, I want to see if we can queue up some weaker teams, because we're up above the point where the matchmaking might get confused a little bit. That's a hittable team, not a weaker team necessarily. And then we'll move on. Nope, I think we're only queuing up the main teams here. Maybe a couple more tries. There we go. That's it. A 3-star centric team for 33 points. Let's try to skip on another node. Maybe we'll get another one of those queued up. And if we have to break at the end on a single fight for 30-some points, it'll be good to do that. That's a tough team, but not as bad. All right, we'll hold those two and move on. Let's get into the story mode, and fight out the last couple of Deadpool's daily nodes. Cyclops was that required character, not Cyclops. It was trying to think of what team I should bring along. I'm thinking of a 3-star team to go ahead and play along with Colossus. I might think kind of an old school 3-star team that I used to use a lot, mostly because they were early higher level characters than the rest of my roster was. So let's go over here to let's find Gray Suit Black Widow. There she is. I'll put her on this side. Gray Suit Black Widow, Beast, and Colossus should actually be up at the front here. He's pretty higher leveled comparatively. There he is. Went right past him. This is a fun team that I used to use a lot. They each have their own team damage ability, but we'll see how if we can get them to work with pretty good synergy. Depends on the opposition a little bit. I think we're going to be just fine. Let's hit this guy primarily, and want to try to get blue going. I don't see much going in the way of blue. Let's go green. So what I like to do, Black Widow has a crazy strong green ability, her sniper rifle, but it costs so much. It costs too much. It's 18 AP. You can get there because her purple is so good, but I just use her purple to build up green for Beast, because his team damage is usually enough for the level of enemies we're going to be facing in the big enchiladas and in the other couple of DDQ nodes. So let's work on not getting any blue or green, are we? They must know I'm doing a video. They're trying to make it difficult for me. If you're playing with Beast, you really don't want to use his green ability at all unless you have a blue special tile on the board. And then it's pretty good, because then it does stronger team damage and it can really shake up the board for you and create some good matches. Looks like I'm going to need to speed up the process of taking these guys out, if at all possible. Let's go for yellow. Yeah, they're just going to strengthen all their special tiles a lot. And we hardly have any of the AP I wanted to get started with. So let's go. Guess go for black here. There's hardly anything to do for red matches, and that's Colossus' pretty good strong punch as long as he's in front. It doesn't do a lot if he's not in front, so that's another thing to watch out for if you're using Colossus. Make sure he's in front when you play his red. His other abilities don't matter on his position, and his yellow actually puts him in front. So let's go for yellow here. When I get hit by this countdown tile, normally this team would be much further along. I'm just not getting anything to work. So let's play Colossus yellow, and let's put it I guess there for now. That'll put him out in front, and he'll deflect a lot of the damage coming the team's way. It's kind of like this similar ability that Spider-Woman's Black in the 4-star world has. Still not getting any good matches. This is a terrible board. I hope it actually shuffles on us here pretty soon. If we get a little more black, there's a couple of moves in a row. If we get a little more black, we can play Colossus's Fastball Special, and that gives you a free ability after doing some damage to the target enemy. What do we want to do here? We have a blue match. Every time we match enemy specials, they're going to do a lot of damage to us. We're almost there for our purple. Let's go for blue here, though. At least Colossus is reducing some of that damage, but wow, he is really taking a lot of it. Alright, so I think we're going to finally start catching up. Here's a blue that drops a nice red shot. There we go. Now we're catching up in the AP a little bit. Still taking a lot of damage, but this is about to turn around here in 1 second. Okay, let's move over to this guy. Let's play Black Widow's purple ability. That's going to place a lot of green tiles on the board wherever we choose, and you can really use it to create some good extra moves. It's more difficult when there's a lot of enemy special tiles on the board, but I think we're in okay shape here. Let's go. This should do pretty good amount of damage and build up a whole lot of green. Great. Alright, so play Beast's blue ability. They have a countdown tile that's ready to go off, so I'm going to do this a little early. Normally I wait till Beast has his special tiles out that are going to be produced by Mutagenic Breakthrough, but we need to just get this moving. Let's do this team damage, knock out a lot of those guys. Alright, and we still have this guy. Let's do another shot here. Make sure to knock him out and his countdown tile will go away. There we go. We got the final 3 enemies up front. Colossus has got his red ability ready to go. So that means we're going to be able to do a lot of damage to the front enemy. I'm not going to do it quite yet. Let's send Black Widow airborne.